What's good, Wagering World? It's your boy Five Star in Vegas, broadcasting live as always from beautiful Summerlin, Nevada. And here with my co-host, my guy, the only Sacramento Kings fan that I know. What's good, Spread Astaire? How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great today. I decided, hey, the NFL season's only 4 months away. Started diving into my off-season training this morning, and looking forward to breaking down, the Houston Texans, Carolina Panthers. Obviously last night didn't go as I wanted as a fan. You know, it's so funny. I actually didn't I only had a couple bets last night, and I was rooting for the Warriors hard, but I didn't get involved in that game at all. And I felt like I lost a crap load of money. So when I woke up and I saw my accounts, continuing to rise, I remembered, you actually didn't lose any money on that game. I got pissed off. So how are you doing today?
I'm just laughing at all of you Warriors worshipers that are in denial. Everyone's in denial. No one wants to accept it. It's so many. I mean, if I see that little dog again kicking that stupid ball on the stairs and they thinking that that's going to mean that, oh, he's never missed on a game. The Warriors are coming back. He said he's going to win 4-3. Stop it, man. Just stop it. Look, you guys, I told you guys before the series started, the Warriors aren't as strong as they've been in the past, man. Their bench, their reserves are not that good. And Steph Curry at this age, it's not the time for it to be the first time ever that he had to play. Age. Man, he cannot be what if he was doing this at 27 or 28, yeah, maybe. But what they have him doing now is something he's never done in his career, this late of a stage of his career. And only people who's really done that lately is Luka, Bron, and Harden. That just you're everything. Because Steve Kerr's so I'm not gonna say that. They got everything. They run a motion offense though. They run a motion. I don't think they run the Warriors last night. Best offensive option was Steph Curry in the pick and roll over and over and over. But the reason Steve Kerr would not do it is because that's not their offense. They run motion, they run freedom. He gets other people and other options involved. They've always played like that, and he doesn't want to accept the fact that this team isn't good. Steph Curry's great. Just get a ball to Steph Curry, and he's going to take you guys as far as you can go. All of the stuff that you used to run before, he has to change up. He has to think about when he was playing with Michael Jordan. Yeah, they ran a triangle until it really mattered. They gave the ball to Michael Jordan and got the hell out the way, and that's what he needs to do. Curry should not be off the ball right now. This isn't the period of the playoffs to do that. He needs the ball in his hands so he can make plays because the Lakers play great defense. Darvin Ham is a great coach. He has them in position. He's making great chess moves, great adjustments to what Curry's doing. You have LeBron, who's lost it physically, but his mental is as sharp as ever, and he's able to decipher a lot of these plays that the Warriors are running because he's seen it so many times, and he's having his guys on it where making it really difficult for Steph to get a good look off the ball. His best option right now is just getting the ball and running pick and roll. You heard Van Gundy said on the telecast, I just run Curry pick and roll over and over. They can't stop it.
All right. Well, we got our guest here, our guy, Alex Christiansen at Noops. How you doing today?
My brother Noops.
That's right, baby. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I'm honestly still not sure the Sixers didn't lose that basketball game the other night. I just want to say to any Boston Celtics fans, as painful as that was for you, there was no joy in Philadelphia. That at no point was fun. It was never good until the very end. Somehow, again, it doesn't feel like a win. It just feels like we didn't lose. It's just what we see from Boston time and time again. And as much as I rag on Glenn Rivers, he's not the worst coach in this series.
I like it. I like it. He comes on with fire. Let him cook. Nice cap, by the way, man. Nice cap. He's not shaving until the Sixers are out the playoffs. He's not shaving until the Sixers out.
There, you got to keep it too big. It's starting to get warmer out here. I mean, talking about last night's game, I heard you guys talk about the Lakers and the Warriors. I think that what we're learning about the Warriors is they only have 5, maybe 6 guys that they really trust in this series. I mean, the Jermichael Green thing was really cute, and I think part of the reason that it almost helped the Lakers to lose that game too is they tried the Jermichael Green thing again in Game 3, and last night they bring in Gary Payton Jr., and I think that they're trying to solve a problem that isn't really the problem they need to solve. They bring him in to slow down D'Angelo Russell, which is all good and well, but that's not how you're going to beat this Lakers team. I don't know what is going on with Jordan Poole or what he did or why he has been demoted at this point, but why not bring him into the starting lineup and just say, we're going to try and score 130 points. And maybe the Lakers can keep up with us, but they probably can't. So I think that both of the series we saw last night are over. I mean, I thought Miami and New York was over before it started. I can't believe that I got such good numbers on the Miami Heat to win that series. The Knicks beat up on a really bad team. And you look at this other series, I think it's pretty much over too. I love the way the Lakers are playing here, but the Warriors get to go home. They're comfortable. If they can get a big win there, somehow steal game 6 LA. Now we're game 7 in Golden State, and anything's possible. So I think that's mostly over. But Golden State still has a chance again. If they think they just have to try to speed these games up and just try to score, quit playing defense, because that's what the Lakers want to do. They want to play that slow, kind of ugly game.
Yeah, man. Let's stay on the Warriors and Lakers as we get into the past. I was just speaking to Spread about that. I don't know if he was in the background getting heard. It's just that the Warriors don't have the best team in the series, and I said that going into the series. That's why I bought the ticket at plus 125 on the Lakers early because I had a feeling that they were going to steal game one. Just simply that the Warriors are living more off lore this year, and it's the main culprit is Jordan Poole. Nothing's been the same since the punch. That pretty much sealed everything. That changed everything in the locker room, but more of his teammates seem to be siding with Draymond as the years going on. Like, yeah, he should have punched him. Like, this guy's a jerk. He's a jerk, man. And unfortunately, Poole is one of those guys that they paid early, man, and he hasn't responded well to getting paid, man. And he's all through the social media. People don't want to admit it. They think everything's just on the court. But in this new age that we live in, especially with these young kids, they're on social media 24/7, man, just like all these other kids. And he's seeing all the backlash about he spent 500,000 on a date with Ice Spice and how Cam and Mace are just roasting them on their little show. And these things are affecting his game, man. And he already was getting into it with some guys on their team and was known for having a bad attitude. But now he's being known in social media as a clown. As you saw, they had another clip they catch of him. He's looking at something on social media before the game yesterday and then goes out there and scores no points. So it's like he's not taking anything serious, but he was the difference why they were able to get over the hump and get to the championship with a squad, probably probably the worst squad that Steph has ever won a championship with. When you guys agree with me on that, I don't think that they were
Yeah,
too powerful. They just got on a good run last year. If I'm not mistaken, were they a 6 seed last year, right?
something like that.
Yeah, so they just got on a really good run. Jordan Poole put them over the top because he was electric last year, man. He was playing for that contract. He was a new kid on the block, and he has the game, but right now his head just isn't in it. And with subtracting him out the equation now, you look at their squad, what do they have special, man? I was telling Spread, it's just like now Curry's having to experience what LeBron had to experience in Cleveland, what Harden had to experience with the Rockets, what Luka experiences with Dallas. And that's, I got subpar teammates. I'm making everything happen, you know, so I don't think that they get out this series, man. People are talking about the last time that they came back against OKC or somebody, but that's the only time they won in 18 tries being down 3-1. So I think the Lakers just sit back this next game and kind of rest guys. They let them blow them out, just like the typical pattern that Ham's been doing, like he did against the Grizzlies, and let them blow them out, win, rest old man LeBron, because LeBron is looking old. Did you guys see how Ham was putting him in great position, man, to take advantage of Steph? It's the end of the game. Steph's been overused. He's tired and he's smaller than LeBron. He couldn't do jack. Because LeBron is he's older now, man. He's not the same guy he was before with his athleticism, but his IQ is the reason why they're winning. It kind of reminds me of when the Broncos won the championship for Peyton Manning. He kind of deserves this after all these years of carrying teams. Now the team's carrying him, and he's doing a great job of not being a selfish player and allowing guys to shine and not wanting the ball. He's not pounding the ball like the old LeBron used to, and all this stuff goes back to Coach Ham, man. Coach Ham has been remarkable, and kind of like the Dayball situation when he left the Bills, we saw the fall of the Bills' offense a little bit. How Josh Allen began to struggle, and I think we're seeing that with Milwaukee. That he was bigger on that bench than we thought. So with all that said, I think that the Lakers, wrap this up in 6.
Yeah, Lakers in 6 seems like the most likely outcome. And yeah, this Golden State team, they're asking too much from guys like DiVincenzo, again, JaMychal Green, Moody, Kuminga. Those guys have really struggled. So I think that one is pretty much done. And then I guess we'll have to see with this Nuggets, Phoenix Sun series. Those guys play tonight, and that series is just wild to me. I took some Denver before they got started. Still like Denver to win that series, but if Phoenix can play, I guess the way I talked about it was I thought Phoenix played a perfect game 3. Durant was great. Booker was great. Everything was working for them. And then they played almost an even better game in game 4 here. So if that's what they have to do to win, can they do that 2 out of the next 3 times, let alone being on the road here? Now, at the same time, I don't know when Malone is going to pick up the pace of this series because he does. These guys on Phoenix have to be tired. You're going to have them at altitude. They need to come out running in that first quarter, first half, and really kind of wipe these guys out. I still think Denver wins that series, but, I mean, do you guys think the Suns are just going to keep shooting the freaking lights out every night?
Go ahead,
Phoenix definitely has an opportunity here to get things done. It's one of those things where, people, Suns are dead and down 2-0. But here's the thing. Now it's a 3-game series. The Suns come back with plenty of momentum. Seems like they found some things here. But you make a great point, right? Can Devin Booker maintain an 80% shooting percentage, right? Is your favorite guy, right? I mean, I could hear the rhyme that you used to post all the time in my head. Right, as Landry Shamet goes 5 from 7. So yes, they have to be perfect, but boy, if there's any team that can do it, it's these 2 guys. And we haven't had a Durant explosion game yet, right? I mean, would you be that surprised if we had a game where he goes 60% from the field? So I'm with you. I still like the Nuggets, but I agree with you that, hey, this might be the end of the Warriors. It'll be interesting to see what they do in the offseason. I definitely think the Denver series that's being played tonight can go either way.
It's a beautiful thing what we're seeing in Phoenix, man. It's old school NBA basketball. Like they're playing like it used to be that, just, hey man, I got my man, you can't stop me. And Booker is actually pushing KD and vice versa. KD is easing Booker's looks where as in before, like we was talking about a couple I think episodes earlier, Spread, about the fact that Booker now isn't getting double teams. He's getting some one-on-one looks because what are you going to do? I mean, you're going to take away Booker and say, okay, get busy, KD. Like, no one's going to do that. It's not smart. So you have to live with Booker beating you, and he's beating people right now. And I think that KD opens up the floor for him. And what Booker does is I think he stimulates KD. He makes KD play hard. He makes KD really want to win and really feel a part of his team because he's like, man, this dude is, he's going off. And KD's that type of guy. He just likes hoopers. So he's like, this dude is going. So I got to keep up with him and keep us in this game. So I think that they have a big performance tonight, man. I think that last game was really just a shot to the Nuggets. And I don't know. I think the Nuggets might start thinking about their past demises in the playoffs. It's been pretty much the same thing where it's all Jokic and the others can't help them enough. We do got a healthy Murray tonight. He's going to have to be big. He has to match Booker and KD blow for blow as the second guy. I don't think Porter Jr. can do it for them. We haven't seen much from the guys outside those 3. And really Porter's just hitting a couple of threes. But outside of Murray and Jokic, what are we getting from Nuggets, other guys? Phoenix guys have been out playing them the last 2 games. And I think that might continue tonight, actually. I really like the Suns tonight.
Yeah, we'd probably talk about the game a little bit more. Do you guys want to talk about that now, or you want to talk about the other Eastern Conference?
Well, let's get on the Sixers. Let's talk about your Sixers and Celtics, man. Let's talk about what you think about them tonight. You got the Sixers plus 7.5 at the Celtics.
This series, I mean, from a betting perspective, there's a lot of things that have been hard for me to figure out, but the easiest look for me has been Celtics team total over. They've gone comfortably over their team total all 4 times. No matter what the Sixers do, they can't seem to keep Boston from getting good looks. There seems to always be a look at the rim. There seems to always be somebody standing with an open 3-pointer in front of them, and Philadelphia's combated that sort of on the offensive end. So I'm going to be betting that. In terms of the game, I don't know how James Harden is good tonight. One night's rest, overtime. He played a ton of minutes. Those legs are going to be really heavy. So we'll see what they can get out of him tonight. At the same time, maybe it's finally time to let him, pull him back a little bit and finally give the reins to Tyrese Maxey. If there's one thing Glenn Rivers has done that's really frustrated me. We've seen the second half of all these games. they go to this offense where it's just dueling banjos, Harden and Embiid. Harden takes the ball up the floor, looks at Embiid, maybe he throws it to him. If Embiid isn't in good position, then it's Harden. Maybe they run a pick and roll, but the offense just gets so stagnant. So I'm going to keep playing those Celtics team total overs. Again, I think the Sixers can win, but it's just the way I thought about it for the series. If the Celtics are good for 7 games, they win the series. If the Sixers are great for 4 games, then they win the series. They've been great for 2 games. Can they do it 2 more times? Sure. But I think they do it tonight. It's going to be really tough. But if you want to think about some softer stuff, this should be a big Embiid response game. He definitely should be disappointed how he did last game. I'm sure he's going to be looking at that tape. I don't know what PJ Tucker said to him, but I'm sure he's been thinking about it for days. So I think the Sixers are dangerous there. If you're going to play Philly, maybe look at the money line, but I'm just going to bet a Celtics team total over and enjoy just feeling sick watching the Sixers play basketball because that's how it goes.
Yeah, I think that I'll be on Philly money line, like you said, and then you might can catch back up if they get any type of 6-point lead during the game. You can go take the Celtics money line, at -110, -120, and enjoy the rest of the game. You know what I'm saying? So that would definitely be my approach. What do you think about that game spread?
I think 7.5 is too much. I haven't run my numbers yet, but I'm almost positive they're going to pop out to take the points with Philadelphia. This is where it gets tough running a model at this time of the year, though, because I think I mentioned it yesterday, right? It feels like if you're at about 2.5 for your home court advantage, feels like the home court advantage in the playoffs should be like 7.5 and 8.
Yeah,
I mean, it's 3.5. It's up to 3.5 this year. If you're doing home court advantage for a model, it's 3.5. If you look at some of these lines
for the regular season or for the playoffs.
For the playoffs, and it goes up every year. It's something that changes.
Doesn't it feel like it's going down in the regular season now, though? Like I remember when we used to have it 3, just like football, and I ended up settling in around 2.25.
Yeah, it's about 2.25 regular season.
Just on a roll when I had it right around there. So it could be confirmation bias, or could have been some completely other reason. But it just feels like home court is so much this year, and that's why it feels like these playoffs have been chalky, right? I mean, Book's got to be taking a beating right now.
Every home team down 1-0, I think, has won, and only one of them didn't cover. And yes, Brady, you talk about the number, and it's tough to model stuff, but if you look back to Game 2, the Celtics closed 7.5-point favorites, and we know Embiid wasn't as healthy as he was the last couple games here, so maybe it's a little different from a rest perspective from the Sixers, but if it was 7.5 with a worse Embiid, shouldn't this be closer to 6? That's probably where I have it.
Right, and just the idea that the Celtics are just going to continue to blow out the Sixers, I don't know. I know you won't call him by his nickname, even though I think for his time at the Atlanta Hawks and winning a championship, he's deserved it. But you're talking about a coaching advantage here, which is something.
He was called Doc in Chicago in high school.
When did Glenn Rivers coach the Atlanta Hawks?
He was.
No, he said he was a star point guard, man. Okay. He was an all-star. He was an all-star, man. What's wrong?
Look, he won a championship with the Celtics. He was coach of the year and hasn't done.
Yeah,
jack.
But he was a hell of a player.
For 15 years.
He didn't become Doc from coaching, though.
Do you know how he became Doc Rivers? I know the story. Do you actually know?
Yeah, he was playing basketball on Chicago at the time.
But do you know how he got the story? He earned it
because
I don't know the story. He was wearing a Dr. J t-shirt, and Rick Majerus, future St. Louis coach, looked at him and went, "Oh, that's cool. I'm going to call you Doc." And that's why he's Doc Rivers.
Oh, okay, but he was a high school legend in Chicago. Stop it, man. You can't.
Just be Glenn. Just be Glenn. What did he do to take Dr. J's nickname?
And then he
hold Dr. J's shorts.
Then he birthed one of the greatest Duke players ever.
Now we're stretching. Now you're just trying to get me upset. You're just trying to make me upset now.
But Doc's been running some really good plays out the timeouts. Like, I'll give him that. They've been getting some deep.
How does it feel? This is like the first time in years you've had a coaching advantage. Like how does it feel waking up? I mean,
it's just weird. It's been a weird. Yeah, it's been a weird couple of weeks. I mean, I've been saying nice stuff about the Lakers for like 2 months. I don't have anything really bad to say about Glenn Rivers other than the way he basically stifles the offense in the second half. But
nickname.
Come on, man. Call him coach or something.
If they make the finals, I might. But he's Glenn Rivers, and he will be Glenn Rivers until further notice.
You understand he's going to the Hall of Fame, right? As a coach.
I will
as a coach.
I will
He's
roll
going
my
as a
eyes
coach. He's going as a coach.
for what he did 15 years ago.
It still counts. It's not that many of them. If it was
Yeah,
that many, you wouldn't have people like Charles Barkley who's on there getting clowned every night because he doesn't have one. It's not that easy, man. It's not that easy.
and that's all good and well. But I want. What are you doing for me now?
Right, right. Well, you guys are now. Let's go back to the Brown era. Nope. Do we want to talk about Coach Brown's era there?
I enjoyed Coach Larry Brown. He got Allen Iverson to be a serious basketball player for like
Okay,
3 consecutive seasons. That's amazing.
and what about? And did they have any chance to win in the playoffs? Seriously, in your mind, with
So if you think,
Mutombo, Eric Snow as your point guard,
so you
Aaron McKee as your two guard, as your
Aaron
wing
McKee
your
off the
three.
bench. It was
Yeah,
Eric Snow, George Lynch, Allen Iverson, Tyrone Hill, and Dikembe
I
Mutombo.
watched every game that season because I was a big Iverson fan. I watched every game of that magical season. Yeah, I watched it, and then they got smoked by the Lakers.
If you go back and look at the first 3 games of that finals, we win game one, get absolutely hosed by the refs in game two, a couple bad bounces in game three. If you play those 3 games over, a lot of times the Sixers are up 2-1, and to go way back in my Sixers knowledge, if you remember, they end up with Mutombo that season because Theo Ratliff has a freak injury
Theo
and blows up his
Ratliff broke.
Achilles.
Yep.
But Theo Ratliff, and again, it was when Shaq was at the point where no one stopped Shaq. It was just certain people could slow him down, and there were a few guys in the league you could trust to just, it's just going to be you. We're not going to really double that much. And Ratliff was one of those guys. They'd actually, I think, beaten the Lakers twice that regular season with Ratliff and had to make the Mutombo trade to get there. But I think that finals was a little more competitive than anybody remembers.
But the thing is, if this current team with Doc coaching it was playing against Larry Brown's Iverson team, it'd be the Sixers, the present Sixers -6.
I don't even know how they would play basketball against each other. Like that would be because you remember the way that Sixers team played. It was just we're not shooting threes. It's Iverson iso ball over and over again and physical defense. Like the matchups would be insane.
But what about Coach Brett Brown? That's who I was actually referring to. Do you want to go back to that time? I bet you should be grateful for
No.
Doc. Do you want to be back in the process?
I would prefer Glenn Rivers over Brett Brown. Yes, that.
Thank you. That's
that
all
was
I
an
needed to
improvement.
hear. That's
Oh,
what,
really?
that's
That's
what I
it.
need
All
to
right.
hear.
Yeah,
That's
I'll jump
it.
over. I think I can comfortably say that
Yeah, that's
Glenn
all I
Rivers
need
would
to
be
hear.
better than Brett Brown or any 7-year-old.
Okay. Sounds good to me, man. What we got, Spread?
All right, so let's see. I mean, we're kind of bouncing all around here as far as the notes here, but I think we need to get a pick here. So you like the team total over on the Sixers? I'm leaning towards the Sixers there. Nuggets and
Celtics
Suns.
team total over.
Yeah, you like Celtics team total over. I like the Sixers plus the points. What are your thoughts on Suns and the Nuggets tonight? Suns are +6. But we talked about how this home court means so much. Can they bait you into taking the points here? Or do you think the Nuggets run away with it?
This is another one where, again, I'm just going to stick to a team total because it seems like a simpler angle here. The Denver offense has been good. They've been much better at home. And I think that, again, Malone has talked about trying to be a little faster, about doing some stuff better. And I expect Jokic to just nuclear. Like, I know that he had a triple-double going into the third quarter last game, but I have never seen him that upset on a basketball court. And that was even before what happened and the sidelines happened. He was just, I think he got a technical at one point, which rarely happens for him. He was jawing at the refs. He was really upset. So I think that we just see a fantastic game from him tonight. And just give me a Nuggets team total over. I'm just trying to keep it simple here. Again, the spreads, like you said, it's tough to figure these out with such big swings. We're not used to this. And I guess at the end of the games here with free throws, the Nuggets can cover that 6 comfortably, but it's just hard. I'm not one to jump in front of a runaway train, so I'm definitely not betting against Phoenix. That's why I like the Denver team total over a little better.
All right. What do you think, 5-star, when you're looking at the side and total tonight for the Denver game?
I just like the Suns just because they got dudes. You know how it is. At the end of the day, it comes down to dudes when it comes down in these playoff games. And I know Jokic is the guy, but who's his Robin? Like, can you really trust Murray? Whereas I trust Booker and I trust KD, man. Last time KD had a game like this important, a game 5, you remember he had a 49-point triple-double. So I know that he's going to come to play tonight because they know that by percentages, this is the most important game in the series. So I like the Suns with the points. I got to take the points. Everything's about if Aiden can be effective enough to make Jokic have play a little defense, getting a little foul trouble instead of just always just being able to come play zone defense and wait for him to shoot a 17-foot jump shot. Maybe if he decides to attack the rim, maybe and go over him and maybe try to dunk on him, you know, that'll help a lot. But I do like the Suns +6.
Noops, any more NBA thoughts before we give out this ball and parlay?
Let's get to the future while he's on there too, Spread.
Yeah, let me pull
okay, because you want a victory lap something real quick, don't you?
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
right.
It's time to throw up the checkered flag.
Because I'm gonna put my head in my
You tried it.
I'm really nervous.
All right.
You tried it. You tried it.
What two futures are you looking at right now?
I have three. I want to discuss.
A Lakers ticket at a number from 2 months ago.
It's
It's
3 Lakers tickets.
It's
3 Lakers tickets. So
just
now all the
tickets,
and they're all. Guess what? Now they're our favorite word, Noops. They're hedgeable. They're all hedgeable. So we're looking at Lakers. Yeah, Lakers 25-1 to win the championship is now +325. So if we can get through this series with the Warriors, I'll start hedging that next series against whoever wins out the Nuggets and the Suns. Regardless, whoever wins, we know the Lakers will beat the Dogs in that one. So it's going to have to be, when the Lakers get an advantage, hopefully win game 1 on the road and we can get in. Then we have Lakers 15-1 to win the Western Conference. That's at +140 now. So we have so much equity in that one. And them to win this Golden State series, we got it +125 this morning. After we get off of this call, I'll be going down there to try to put a small amount on Golden State just to cover my investment. I'll take them with the +375, just the amount to cover what I put in. So looking pretty good, I had to take one victory lap with those purple and gold guys.
All right,
I got some Anthony Davis futures, actually. I grabbed him finals MVP at like 50-1, and then Western Conference Finals MVP at like 18-20-1. So
nice,
just kind of a little better version of the Lakers to kind of win there. So again, I hate saying nice things about the Lakers, but it's a novel idea. Put shooters and young defenders around LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and good things happen.
Now let's think about this. And I called it purple. Forgive me to the Lakers fans out there. It's the Lakers blue. Excuse me, Lakers blue and gold. But the Lakers, if they weren't the Lakers, right, they would be a darling to everybody the way they play. You know what I mean? It's just because they're the Lakers and it's LeBron. Everybody hates them, but their style of play, they play team ball. Every night it's a different guy. Everyone is selfless. They play defense first. They do so many good things on the basketball court, and you saw at the end of the game, the Warriors had to go to circus shots. They couldn't even, get to the paint on that defense the way those guys are so connected on the defensive end of the ball. Saw the great play by LeBron. He isn't giving it to you offensively right now. He's lost some skill, but his brain is sharper than ever. He stopped that great play that Kerr had designed that would have got Wiggins a layup, and he stopped it. So, I really think that the Lakers are playing some really good ball right now, man. And it all goes back to Coach Darvin Ham. He's still, no matter how many accolades he can never get enough credit for what he's doing because he's making LeBron do something no other coach has ever been able to make him do. Get off the ball. He's not playing on the ball. All LeBron is worried about right now is rebounding, playing defense, taking smart shots, deferring to AD. He has AD playing like a monster on both sides of the ball. What are the coaches done that where he's coming out there and he's giving his all on both sides of the ball the whole 48 minutes, and he has a bunch of role players that are playing over their head, and he makes moves like put Lonnie Walker in and tell him go stupid. Every place for Lonnie Walker in the fourth quarter, and it works. So Darvin Ham is the man.
Yeah, he's been great. The adjustments have been really good. I like those Lakers tickets. You look at the rest of the futures for the Western Conference there, and even to win the title. I think you just have some value on the Nuggets. Again, if you think Denver wins tonight and you don't already have some Nuggets futures, go grab Nuggets to win the title, Nuggets to win the West, because if they win this game, they're going to be much bigger favorites in the series. In the next game, you can go ahead and buy out with some Phoenix if you want. And I really do think whoever wins this Denver-Phoenix series is going to be pretty solid, if not huge favorites over the Lakers, no matter how long the series go and what the Lakers do. So I've got some Denver futures. I might go ahead and grab a little more of that. In the East, the Celtics are still the prohibitive favorite. As good as the Heat have looked, I think they're going to lose to this team here. So it's tough. I don't think you should be betting the Sixers at some of the numbers that I'm looking at here, but I don't think you should be betting the Celtics either. Again, maybe kind of a similar strategy. If you have a real strong feeling whether Boston wins comfortably tonight or in Philadelphia there, grab some of them, vice versa. If you like the Sixers tonight, you're playing the Sixers money line, sprinkle some Sixers to win that series. Sixers to win the East, Sixers to win the title, just a little bit down the line, because you'll have value on all that as well.
Yep.
All right. Are we ready to talk about tonight? I'm tired of giving the Lakers props. This has been a terrible day for me.
Yeah, gotta be, because you're a Kings fan and a Warriors
I'm a number one
backer.
Hater. Yeah,
definitely. Well, I'm gonna get you a cap made. After this series, I'm gonna get you a cap.
For what?
Number one Lakers hater. I'll mail it to you.
Okay, I'll wear that. If it was just a Lakers hat, I was like, why would you spend all that money just for me to have fire?
No, it's gonna say the number one Lakers hater in the universe.
I really am. All right, Noops. All right, man. NBA thoughts before we give everyone some winners for tonight?
No, I think we covered just about everything. Again, still optimistic about my Sixers. If they play great basketball, maybe we can do it. Or maybe Boston will just keep flubbing the series. Who knows? Fingers crossed.
Celtics going to give it away to you guys, man. That you guys have a more connected team. Your team gets along. Everybody likes each other.
The Celtics make Maria Sakkari look mentally tough. I mean,
right? Exactly.
That's apt.
You're in a good spot. Even if they win Game 5, they're just not even going to show up for Game 6. So, I mean,
what we're going to see tonight is Tatum doing like 50 step back threes from like 30 feet, and if he's on, he's going to hit like 1/3 of them, and he'll have 30. That's how they play basketball, man. So, and you complaining about Doc,
Glenn.
All right, Noops, we'll have to bring you on again soon. Appreciate you coming on. Good luck to your team tonight. Anything but the Evil Empire winning. And you know what? I might have to root for you because I think you match up best with the Lakers. And B's
trouble, man. Anthony Davis is afraid of
the Sixers would beat the Lakers in the finals. I guarantee you.
Now. I think
Harden has his best games. Me as a person who watched James Harden most of his career because he was in Houston. When he goes to LA for some reason, he's unstoppable. This guy's amazing in LA. Go look at
It's not like the clubs in LA.
No, he just want to show out for the homies. He want to show out for the homies, man.
Clubs in LA.
He really likes the clubs, exactly.
All right, thanks.
Hey, thanks for coming on, Noops. We'll see you soon, brother.
Yeah, man. Best of luck, guys. Have a good show. See you.
Ball and Parlay. You have something here first. Why don't you go ahead?
All right, I'm gonna get the people all day, all Suns. My first 3 picks on the Ball and Parlay are gonna be Suns +6. First of all, I know the league didn't get Jokic with a suspension, so they might get him on this game. I expect the Suns to be able to really stir it up this game. I expect them to get a friendly whistle in Denver. So I'm going with the Suns +6. And then I'm going to go with KD to do KD type things. We're going to go with him to record a double-double. He's been teetering right there on hitting a triple-double the last couple games. So I know the 10 points is going to be the simple part. I don't know if he gets with rebounds or assists because he's been playing that good of an all-around game right now. He's even averaging 2 blocks a game. Right now, KD is in his bag. He's finally healthy, and he's rested all season, and now we're seeing vintage KD. I also like KD to record a triple-double, but this is a big guys. You don't put much on it, like maybe 0.5%, nothing much. Just something that I'll be personally doing because it pays $1,500. KD has a triple-double. It's 15-1. It started out in the series at 5,000. It went down to 4,000. Then it went down to 3,000. And I was looking like, why is this keep changing? I went and looked at his stats and saw that he's been close to triple-double the last few games. So I'm going to take KD for a triple-double at +1,500. I think we lost spread. I don't know if Darius came in and knocked over. all of his stuff, but hopefully he'll be back soon. Also, I'm going to be on Sloane Stevens to beat Pedroska. That'll be like a 2 a.m. match, overnight match, Pacific Standard Time, about 5 a.m. On the East Coast.
Yep, I'm back.
Okay, I thought Dari had ended things.
No, we're good.
Okay, so I was telling the people we got KD to record a double-double at plus 150. Just a small sprinkle on KD to record a triple-double for plus 1,500. And do you have a line on the Sloane Stevens match? Mine's not showing a number yet. I like Stevens over Pedroska. She just went down to the Challenger circuits and won a clay tournament.
I got plus 4 for Podoroska, plus 189.
Okay, so what's the money line for Sloane?
Minus 230.
Okay, we're gonna go with Sloane minus 230 and minus 4 for tomorrow morning as she enters Rome on a little streak after winning St. Malo Challenge out in France on the clay. What you got, Spread?
Derek White, over 12.5 points. We talked about how role players play better at home. This is going to be the case tonight. They need Derek White out there for his defense. Derek White has gone over 12.5 in 6 of his last 10 playoff games. During the 10-game span, White's averaging 14.8 points per game. I think they need White out there tonight. James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, you need a good, strong perimeter defender, and that's what Derek White gives you. He's been trending to go over, and I think he'll get the minutes to get there tonight. So I'm on Derek White over 12.5.
All right, so Spread's got Derek White. Expect the others, as they used to do, to play better at home. I'm giving you a plethora of bets. First with Suns plus 6, KD with a double-double at plus 150, and then a triple-double by KD for plus 1,500. And also we threw in there Sloane Stevens, take a money line at minus 230. If you have a little extra bag, put the minus 4 in as well. She'll be playing overnight at the Rome Open. She's been doing really well on clay. Pedroska's been struggling. Anything for the people, Spread, before we get out of here?
No, I'm just looking forward to winning some more bets tonight and then start breaking down the NFL soon. Lakers love is making me sick.
Oh, well, you're about to have a really tough spring. So
I know.
Hey, man, we appreciate you guys tuning in to the Wager World. Thank you to our boy Noops. You can always catch him on BetUSTV, covering the NBA every day, man. We also have Schoon coming on next Friday to talk about the big fight between Haney and Lomachenko. I look forward to that. Best of luck to you all tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow.